and will tell you about what are the current GUST, e-foundry font projects. This will be brief, at 10 minutes at most. This is the overview. I'll tell you a few words about a list, the foundry achievements, and then the problems come. Math symbol subsets. Do we want the sans serif open math font, open type math font, heavy math font, monospace font with math symbols? We'll explain what it means. Do we want to extend the text fonts with math symbols? There's the problem of maintaining what they have, what the GUST-owego has done. I'll tell a few words about this. And of course there are problems with enhancing existing fonts. And a short summary at the end. The list of achievements. Text fonts, you know, that in modern 7 families of the giant fonts.
Polskie litery.
There's something. Oh, sure. Sorry. Yeah, I'll correct it. Something went wrong. Yeah. Polish characters got wrong. I didn't include the infinite coding. Okay, Kuria, Livona, 6 o'clock. You have 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fonts. OTF math fonts that we have made 7 out of, we counted 13, but Ulrich said 15, yeah?
That was,
one of them is the relic, this doesn't...
3, 6 fonts, so you have...
Yeah, and some...
6 and 6 too, I think.
Yeah. So, most of...
nie 7.
Latin model, Jerzy?
6, yeah, okay. Okay, corrections, welcome. The first problem, which is basis for all the other ones, the project, which is the basis for the following projects, most of them. To choose a sensible, whatever means sensible, subset of math symbols for several users. A sans serif math font, a heavy font, a mono font without math tables, a text font for technical text where you have you can produce simple formulas without deploying the math font machinery. There will be no direct deliverables out of this project, but they will inject itself into the further project. So the other projects depend on it. The sans serif open type format font. We need a sans serif open type font, probably based on Déjà Vu, and trying to do it for other fonts. And I'll show you a sort of things we are using.
Tak mogłoby wyglądać.
It could look like that as a sample. Okay? Heavy maths open type format.
Also for headings.
For headings, yes. Especially headings. The titles, people like having them bold, and they like to have a key formula, for example, in the title, and if it sort of stands out in thickness from the surrounding text, it looks ugly. So perhaps what we could have. No, that's not it. Something like that. Do you have an example here? Nice bold font to include the title.
Observe that there is heavy font used for bolds. E and S are heavy, actually.
The text font with math symbols, non-extendable math symbols, and we need a fairly extensive set of symbols, probably based on the values. The problems there are squeezing wide symbols into monodimensions, so we have to, they have to design it somehow. And some problems with the incompleteness of the Unicode standard, but this is as everybody knows, it's a moving target. But these may pose problem. To show you what is meant by such a thing, I'll show another example. To be able to write something like that with a text editor, just getting what you need. Directly in the text editor without any other processing. From Ulrich's talk, as follows, and it was recognized early on that the text icons could benefit from enhancing with math symbols. Working on that project may need the revision of the glyph selection I told as a first project. I told you about being the first project or an ongoing project for the group. Should sans serif text fonts also be enhanced? And what about the extent of the repertoire? And by design, tectile chorus will be left out of that. It's not suitable. You've seen the list of fonts. Text fonts, math fonts, and they do require maintenance. This was being done ad hoc when report bug reports came in or requests for a feature or something doable. It should be a continuous activity done on a spaced in time, like perhaps a year to probably feed it. For example, feed the Tech Life releases with updated versions or in any other such manner. Better map kerning with in the mark fonts, variant alphabets, added stylistic features and things like that. That's the project to enhance the existing fonts. Summary. Priorities set to this project will influence the order the project will be tackled. But the glyph selections is paramount. It should be done first and then perhaps revised. There is a lot, because there is a lot of work involved. We went out to ask, to user groups to ask for funding, and support we already got is from NTG, the Czech user group, the context group, and
two.
GUST. Sorry?
Two.
Not yet. Not formally, not yet. What?
Well, for previous.
No, I'm talking about the new projects. That's about new projects. Regardless of the funding, the team will work on the projects, but it must take considerably longer because they have to earn the butter and bread. Bread and butter. Thank you. Questions?
10 minutes for discussion.
I just want to understand, I do not want to disparage the work the team does. It's great, really, but I'm curious about this monofont for editors. What's wrong with the existing fonts? I mean, what problems does the team intend to fix? Because there are some fonts, existing monospaced fonts, which contain quite a nice subset of Unicode, also math symbols. I happen to use one of them, and it works for me. So I'm just wondering, what do you want to obtain? What's lacking exactly? And then I said, I don't think that something is wrong with the project or anything. I just would like to know, satisfy my curiosity.
Well, there are several reasons. One is that, and that's, for instance, why Deja Vu is chosen, that we want to have a monospace font for editing that has a lot of, that already covers a lot of languages and other things in a consistent way, plus math. And the other one is that if you write, there's always one of the dilemmas of tech. If you write a manual for use in tech, then it helps if you can show math in monospace situations. So it's not only used for editing, this is also used for documenting and things like that. Even for documenting your text sources. Yeah? So it's a bit broader, and it then needs to have a certain quality that fits in the text.
To have the compatible subset, compatible set of Unicode that
Some editors of operating systems take glyphs from all kinds of fonts and combine them into something that, well, shows up in your editor. We want a consistent set, a well-designed, consistent set.
Well, I'm not an expert on font design, so I know it works, but it might be really suboptimal. I mean, the existing things, that's true.
and we are thinking about representing some math alphabets which are missing from, as far as I know, monospace fonts, like math italic or something like that. I think there is no monospace font which has the alphabetic math symbol.
Okay, I get it. Thanks.
As you said that Unicode was deficient in this respect, and I'd like to know what you feel is lacking.
It's not lacking, but it's very incomplete. That there are, for example, superscript letters are some of them in the first, some of them was added in the
Other frames?
in the one of last version, and subscript letters are still missing, as I remember.
Just Latin alphabet or more than that?
Czy to tylko tyle, czy jeszcze więcej?
No,
Ty
it's the
napisz.
main concept.
Pytanie było, czy tylko litery łacińskie, czy więcej?
Się pokaże.
If the, I think that Latin letter basic operators like plus, minus, and equal, and some punctuation will be enough. But the most important is not the size of the set, but that it will be in some way complete. It will be well defined what is and what not. What is it? Not that I is and V doesn't. It's very hard to define.
Misleading.
What is the concept of the idea?
If you can give me, if we could come up with a good reason for a limited set of additional characters, I could try to persuade people.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions? Remarks? Offers?
So what is the timeline, given the funding that you have?
Sorry?
Given the funding that you have so far, what is the timeline?
Well, it's difficult for me to tell. That's the e-foundry's.
Is there?
Did you do any estimate?
Is there?
It's difficult with that. We can speed it up somehow, but it's not sort of they cannot go full time at the problems. I didn't give the estimates of they came up with the work required for that because it would bore you. But certainly you see this requires a lot of work.
Let's say that there are two things, the new development and the maintenance.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's say, will there be in a year from now an update fonts or not, or will there be 5 years from now?
The maintenance, well, we have funding for maintenance, probably enough, but not the development one is still in the making. We have promises or hopes for funding which will cover.
So will we still be alive
When the money's come in or the project are finished? I don't know. As the example of, well, okay, no. Depending on how much time they can put into it. In the meantime, this is situation changes when you go into the project and you see more or less problems.
So then I have a question for Boris. Boris,
Yes.
you wanted to go to publishers. Now, if there's one thing that they are depending on, is fonts. No fonts, no journals.
Yes.
But this is something where you should try to get substantial money from publishers. Just, yeah, no fonts, no journals. And
The thing is that publishers really love closed commercial fonts because they can say, okay, I can buy this font, I could be completely different from other journals.
okay, so they are willing to buy copies of all commercial fonts for the authors to do their preparations. You know, the authors need fonts on their machines. They need Unicode fonts on their machines. You can basically just write to them. You can say, if there are no Unicode fonts, they cannot edit anymore, and there will be no articles.
No articles, no journals either.
Right.
Okay, I understand the logic, and okay, let me ask this question, and this is probably for Jerzy. If you're trying to talk to publishers, what kind of money we are talking about?
100,000 euros. 100,000 euros.
Hundreds or hundreds?
100,
100.
Only 100.
They're cheap, as somebody said.
Yeah.
What time frame?
What time
If
frame?
they make it 200,000, it will be
3 years?
faster.
3 years.
About 3 years?
Yeah, about 3 years. Okay. Okay, and the important thing that this is not just tech-based because because Unicode map is something they could use in well in design probably for publishers. I hope they don't use Word for typesetting.
Yeah.
It just matters also like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should be possible to sell it.
It's a good idea to look. I never wanted to do fundraising, but now I have.
Okay, do you have time for more questions? 2 minutes.
One last question.